everybody, welcome back to the Hollywood Actor's Guide to Surviving the Film and Television Industry. I am your host, Jennifer Lynn Warren. So there are a lot of voiceover opportunities that are happening right now. So I just thought I would go over some random voiceover stuff for you to better prepare you for these opportunities. If you're going in for animation, know that they dub the voices before doing animation. So don't get too caught up on wondering what they want for the character. They're really just looking for the right voice, and then they are going to animate the character around you. So if you want to add like a certain kind of laugh or like a vocal tone to your character, they'll change even the animation based on what you're doing if they love it. And you want to take notes. Take notes on how you were standing, where you were resonating with your voice, how your character was laughing. You want to build a repertoire of voices to go. You want to take a notebook and have go-to voices that you can kind of in a snap just go to. But note that, I booked Lair of Forgotten Bears as this character Chatter. And then I found out that he was going to be recurring. And I was like, oh, great. So I sat down and I got to do everything from home during COVID. And I realized that I had forgotten what that character sounded like. And I went back and listened to the episode, and they had used some sort of auto-tune, and this is common, like program to tweak it just a little bit for the animation. And I really had to work my brain to remember how I did that recording. And then I realized, I had kept those files on my computer, thank goodness. And so I listened back and I was like, okay, this is what I did. But you'll forget. You think you won't, but you will forget. So even when you do an audition, take notes and keep that file in case you book it so that you can refer back to it. You want to dress like the character, even if you're at home. Even if it's a voiceover, it helps you. I swear it helps you. People who book these jobs, especially in voiceover, they do things that are odd and unexpected. They're not looking for normal, especially in animation. Maybe if you're doing like a commercial, that's a little different. But when it comes to animation, the weirder and cooler you can be is usually what's going to work in your favor. SAG does have a voiceover lab you can record and even do auditions in for free. I don't know if they're open right now, but that is something to keep note on forever. For the future. I'm tired, guys. I had a long day on set yesterday. I also want you to think about the fact that it's not about putting on a voice. It's about connecting with the truth of the character. And some people will approach voiceover like, it's about putting on a voice where is that truly how that character would sound? Maybe it is, but make sure it is the truth. I've heard from some of my voiceover friends that do all voiceover. They do get a lot of work from Voice123, which is a website. I think that you have to pay to be on there. It's not something I personally use, but those of you interested in voiceover, you might want to check it out, Voice123. If you want to do audiobooks, there's also acx.com. Something else to think about. I know that villains love their words and they love talking. So just know if you want to book a villain, you're probably going to be talking a lot. And it's villains are the most fun, but also know that voiceover is very straining on your voice. You think it's not, but I want you to just take a chapter in a book right now and just say that, you have to read this chapter, or if you're reading a book, I'm hoping you're reading books. Books are great. Just try reading it out loud to your cat or your dog and see how long you can last just speaking, because it might be a lot shorter than you think. Once again, our episode is brought to you and sponsored by WeAudition.com. That's WeAudition.com. Promo code HAG25 for 25% off your lifetime. They'll give it to you forever. So go ahead on there. Do you have an audition you're trying to get off book for? WeAudition.com. Did you ever want to do an Aaron Sorkin piece with a friend? WeAudition.com. Are you bored and lonely and you just want to talk to other actors about where this industry is going? WeAudition.com. Do you need industry advice? Do you need somebody to help you with your resume or your reel? WeAudition.com. Do you need to make some money? Go ahead. Be a reader on there. Work for tips. Actors are broke. Help the ones that can't afford to for free, and the ones that are rolling in the dough. I've gotten tips up to $50 on there, so you never know. WeAudition.com. That's WeAudition.com. Promo code HAG25. HAG25. When you're looking at a scene and you're doing the breakdown and you're deciding whether or not a character yelling at another character loves that other person or hates that other person, always choose love. Hate is actually rather boring, and hate tends to come with a lot of indifference, and indifference does not play well on the screen or on stage. But what does play well is love. When you love someone so much, you're angry at them and you yell at them. Or everybody around you thinks that, the bully picking on the girl in the schoolyard is really mean and a horrible person. Sure, you can play it that way. Or maybe he's in love with her and he had a bad home life and doesn't know how to express himself to her. So the only thing he knows is to bully her because that's the type of love that his parents showed him. Love is always the stronger option when choosing between hate and love. And finally, a little bit woo-woo for some of you, but I firmly believe this, that the universe wants you to grow, because when you do, it does. Nature doesn't do well with stagnation. Things that stagnate die. Things that stagnate get depressed. Things that stagnate do not do well in the pecking order in the animal kingdom. So I do believe that everything is created to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow until, eventually we all die. We go back into the ground and then we are reborn into other things because, the planet eats us and then boom, we're part of a tree and a bird ate us and now I'm part bird and all that other cool stuff. But it's all about growth. The universe, you just got to remember, it wants to grow and it wants to expand and it wants you to as well. And that is not just in your body, but it's in your mind as well. Because the more expansive and juicy and yummy your mind is, if you are a science geek, you know that on the quantum level, things get creepy and weird and super cool. And there's more evidence than not that is stating that, the more you truly believe something, you really can almost will it into existence. And maybe that's complete BS, but who cares if it is? Because your mind needs to be in a growth state as an actor regardless. So you might as well let it make you happy as well and just feel like the universe has your back and know that the universe wants you to grow, because when you do, it does. And that's it. That's all the energy I have for you guys today. Long day on set yesterday. Lots of stunts. Very cold water. Oh, it's very cold and very windy. And so I might actually go take a nap now. Break a leg out there and remember, you are not alone.